Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. Dragon Quest VII is almost here for the Nintendo Switch and the Switch 2. And I thought it'd be great to show you a comparison using the demo for this game. So I'm going to show you how it runs on the Nintendo Switch. And then I'll show you how it runs on the Switch 2. And you may be surprised, there are some improvements, definitely, with the Switch 2. I can go ahead and tell you that. Let's go ahead and check out Dragon Quest VII on the Switch and then on the Switch 2. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to check out how this game runs on the Nintendo Switch first. Let's go ahead and open it and see how long it takes to get to that start screen. By the way, this is all from the demo. Of course, the game's not out yet as of the time of this recording. So you can go out and play this game yourself and see the difference, especially if you have a Switch 2. I'd recommend checking out both of those demos and seeing the difference. Here we go. Okay, not too long there with the intro. I absolutely love the way the diorama look goes with this game. It's really amazing what they've done here. Jump into the game here, venture forth, and I'm going to continue. And here we are. I am capturing this footage on a 4K monitor display, and this monitor is capable of 160 Hertz. And so far it's looking really great on the Switch. Let me know what you think, but I could see some really good grass movement here. If I go over to the tree, it's looking pretty good. The rooftops, the shadows, all of what's going on there. Camera's moving pretty smoothly. There is, if I'm being nitpicky, a tad bit of lag when it comes to moving this camera. Just moving around. Let's try some running and seeing how everything turns out with that. Spin this camera around, back and forth. Alright, let's go into this church and see how long it takes. Not too long at all. They've really optimized these loading screens very well. Let me know down below if you have not played a Dragon Quest game before. I am just getting into the series. Let's go out of the town and check out this world map, which is really cool looking. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to spin around slowly. And let me know if you notice any details here that are jaw-dropping. I love what they've done with this art style. I mean, look at the water in the background. Even the Switch is capturing all of this. Shimmering water. Some nice running around here. I'm going to spin this camera and see what kind of lag I have. So on this screen, it's actually not looking bad at all. I'm telling you, it's not bad for a Switch game. Of course, it is a Switch game. I got some rags. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to test out the battle scene, the battle screen, and all of that, because if you don't know, this game actually has quite the long intro. And so you're playing this game for several hours before you actually get to a battle. So here's another screen here. You can see this little temple ruins area. Let's go into the menu real quick. I love what they've done with the menu here. It's very colorful, easy to see everything you've got going on. Something I can do is with this camera, I can actually, if I can go to controls, I can set the camera distance. So let's go to far and see how that looks. So here's the camera at a further distance. So kind of get an idea of how things go there with these slightly smaller character models. And just kind of moving around on the map, spinning as I'm running. And I just want you to remember how things are looking here. How smooth is it? And how much smoother is it going to be with the Switch 2? I'm going to go back into the town once more. And then we'll end this part of the comparison. So there you go. Let's go ahead and check out how everything looks and runs on the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay everybody, here we are on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm going to boot up Dragon Quest VII once again. Let's check it out. This is the Nintendo Switch 2 version, of course, playing on the Nintendo Switch 2. And quite the bummer, it's a game key card, but some people don't care about that anymore. I'm actually one of those. I really don't care as long as I can play this game. And it looks great and it runs great. That's what I care about. Alright, it looks just as great, of course. I'm going to go ahead into the game. Looking at this startup screen, it looks nice. The water actually is a little bit shinier here, and it seems like there's more dynamic movement happening. Let's go ahead and jump into the save file. And this is a different one, and continuing my most recent adventure. And I should be in exactly the same place. And easy to jump into everything there. So here I am. I've got the same characters. Now I can tell you something right off the bat. It may be hard to come across with the screen, but the way they move, it's just so much smoother as I move around in figure eights here. I mean, look at the movement. I can't get any closer. Let's see if I can go into this closer character. Let's see, camera distance. Okay, I'm at the near distance, but just it's super smooth, and I see that over and over again with Switch 2 games, and the fact that it's a higher frame rate. I don't know exactly what frame rate it is. So on my monitor, it's actually showing me that this is 60 frames per second. And it's looking great. So if you're looking for that sort of thing with Dragon Quest VII, I can recommend this wholeheartedly. I mean, look at how smooth the camera is moving here. There's some nice detail in the trees. The grass looks really good. Now on the Switch 1, it looked pretty good. But things are looking even better here. I mean, look as I turn the camera around. You can see those trees. There's a little bit of a blur effect happening, but that's okay. And they got the grass here. It's looking great. The sidewalk, everything there. Really nice. I'm going to go into the church just as I did in the Switch 1. Check that out. Very nice, quick loading screen. Go back out. It's super quick. And on the Switch 1, it was super quick as well, if you remember. Alright, now I'm going to go out into the town, or go out into the world map. This is so smooth. It's super smooth. Alright, I'm going to just pan around really slowly here. And you get a good idea of what's happening there with the landscape. The water in the background's looking real nice. Now I'm going to go fast. It's not jittery at all. I mean, this is smooth scrolling. Absolutely smooth. There's nothing slow about this. Nothing jittery about this. And it's beautiful on this 4K monitor. It really is beautiful. I am in love with how clear everything looks and how these characters look like beautiful dolls that have been brought to life. Here is the ruins that I went to. Just kind of go around a little bit here, and I'm going to go to that far away camera distance just so you can see that. It's so nice looking. I would definitely recommend going with the Switch 2 version if you have a Switch 2. And if you don't, I recommend playing the Switch 1 version. It's great too. There are not big differences in the loading times, but the frame rate I think is the biggest draw here. I mean, look at how smooth this is. I hope it comes across on the screen because it's looking so nice on this 4K monitor. It's looking great, even better, and running so much smoother on the Switch 2. I highly recommend this version because even if it's a game key card, you're getting a much better experience. So if you have a Switch 2, play it in the Switch 2 version. That's what it was meant for. Hopefully you enjoyed that comparison. One more thing I want to do today is to actually see these playing side by side. And I've got both my Switches set up here. I usually can't do this because I don't have the game bought on both systems. So I'm happy to do this now because I have the demo for each system. So let's check that out. Okay, so hopefully you can see this pretty well. I've got my Switch OLED on the top and my Switch 2 on the bottom. And I'm just gonna move around individually here. So here, okay, so here we go. You see the smooth frame rate, zipping around, walking around. Okay, that's the Switch 2. Now look at how different the Switch 1 is. So you can kind of move around here, but it's not as zippy. Just kind of go around and run around with my characters. And let's try to see that one more time. So here is the camera. I can probably do this on both of them. So watch this. So I've got one on both. Here we go. You see the Switch 2, it's got some more pep to that spin. Switch 1, lagging behind a little bit. Let's go in the other direction. Of course, your opinion may differ from mine. My opinion is not the authoritative opinion over everybody. Let's go out to the world map. Okay, so here we are on the world map. Just kind of move around. See how that camera is moving. Not terribly different here, but kind of doing both at the same time. See which one's smoother in your own opinion. Show you again. Look at how smooth that is compared to the Switch 1 version. Not as smooth. Definitely nothing that's terrible. But once you notice that difference with the Switch 2, it's hard to go back. Again, up to you. Just want to give you that analysis and comparison for which one you need to go out and buy. Hopefully this gave you a good comparison between Dragon Quest VII on the Switch and the Switch 2. I really did notice a difference with that frame rate and spinning that camera around. It was so noticeable, and just moving your character around. So for me, that makes a huge difference. For you, it may be something different, so let me know down below if this helped you make your decision on which Dragon Quest VII version to buy. I enjoyed making this video, and I appreciate all of you for your support. If you enjoyed this video, I have many more comparison videos from lots of different games, so check those out. And I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a variety of different videos from perler beating to nostalgic discussions and modern day discussions about all kinds of games. I pray that you have a fantastic day, and whatever version of Dragon Quest you want to go get it and have some happy gaming.